On that topic, we are trying to...
But just looping you in, okay? Because I want to be open about this topic. I want to be open about it as I've been open about the past miscarriages that we've had, the ectopic pregnancy.
Yeah.
I just feel like being open about it helps a lot of women and makes them feel like they're not alone. And we want another baby. I have been wanting another baby for a hot minute now.
I think you've been kind of off and on, especially with the last couple situations.
It's just like discouraging, like having miscarriages and having to go through the ectopic pregnancy and having your fallopian tube taken out. It's like a scary thing. And we're actively trying, and it's...
I mean, as shitty as it is and as tough as it is what we went through, like back in the day when people used to say this to me, like that they're trying, I used to like make jokes.
Like, what do you mean trying?
I'm like, so y'all just getting it in, you just telling everybody about it. Like, I assumed that you do it and a baby comes. Like, I thought there was no trying about it.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, I thought that like it was the easiest thing to get pregnant.
I thought miscarriages were super rare. And I was always under the assumption like, well, if you don't wear a condom, you get pregnant. You get pregnant.
Oh my God,
I thought it was just
so scared.
A to B is how I thought. So I never understood what trying meant until, we've gone what we've gone through. And now it's this situation where it's like, it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, it is a very sensitive topic. And I was telling Khalil this because I feel like people shouldn't comment on women saying like, when are you gonna get another baby? When are you guys gonna give Lil a sibling? Mm-hmm. Like all those comments like, oh, are you pregnant yet? I just feel like coming from somebody that is going through infertility, having to go through like miscarriages, ectopic pregnancy, I feel like I'm very sensitive to it when people ask me like, oh, when are you gonna have another baby? And I'm like, bitch, I'm trying and nothing is happening. And it like makes me like really, really sad. And I know they're not coming from a negative place, but I feel like we shouldn't comment on women saying those stuff.
But how could they possibly know?
I know, that's why I'm trying to put this message out.
You're trying to start the movement.
Yes, no, for real, because it fucking sucks.
It
fucking sucks when you've been wanting... I can't even imagine for people that has been trying to have a baby for years, but they're just going through like infertility, and for people to ask them like, oh, when are you gonna have a baby? Do you even want a baby? Like, it sucks.
Do you think in that moment it's more appropriate for them to not ask, or for the woman to just respond with, we've been trying?
I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like, is it tread lightly?
Tread lightly?
Yeah, because it's just, you don't know what another woman is going through, where they're at in life. Maybe they just don't want to have a baby. Maybe they've been trying for 10 years. Maybe they've been trying and failing. Maybe they've been having miscarriages like I am. It's just, you just never know where a woman is in her life. And the thing is, it's just so triggering.
But do you think that's because like miscarriages haven't really been normalized? Like, because when people are having them, like, you were very open about yours, but most aren't.
Yeah, and
most kind of hide it and feel ashamed of it.
Yeah, because you feel like it's
broken.
their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, damn, am I broken? Like, why am I not doing the damn thing with like what's going on with me? Like, what is wrong with me? Stuff like that. But I don't think it's not because of it's normalized, but I feel like they're struggling and asking them about when are you gonna do this.
But they don't know.
Yeah,
they could never know.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like, because I don't think those people are ever ill-willed.
No, they're not. But it's just for the other person that's receiving it, it hurts.
Right, but if
it's just a reminder that you are not,
for sure,
that you feel broken. It's just a reminder. It's like a little jab. Like, but then the thing is, like, the other person doesn't mean no harm, but it still kind of stings because it's like, damn, I like.
But what if miscarriages were more like normalized? Like if people just talked about it more, I think it would knock out both stones, or two birds with one stone. Because on one side, you'd have people that don't know that are now becoming more aware, so they'll think twice before they ask.
Yeah.
But also the people on the other side will feel more comfortable admitting that they've had a miscarriage and being more open about it, so that they can kind of be forward facing. Like if you've had one, like if you're open about it, then it's like, okay, well they're trying. So then both sides kind of know, and they kind of know how that goes.
Yeah.
But I remember when we've had our first miscarriage, like it was like a fucking, like somebody stabbed me.
Oh yeah, it was very
We didn't know how
devastating.
normalized it was.
Yeah.
And the way that the nurse handled it proves how normalized it was. Because remember how
She
insensitive.
was just so nonchalant about it. She's like, yeah.
It was like a regular Tuesday. And for her, it was, I guess, a regular Tuesday. But for us, it was our first time we had an ultrasound. We had the pregnancy. It was a whole thing. So for us, it was all this buildup to be let down. But it was because we went into that situation not knowing how normal and how much that was a possibility.
Yeah. Well, even though I feel like miscarriage is normalized,
I don't still.
I know, no. But then even though we get to the point in life where miscarriage is normalized, I feel like the changes that a woman goes through, because your body feels pregnant.
For sure. Well, when I'm saying normalize, I'm just saying like bringing more awareness that this is happening.
Yeah.
Because like I'm saying, like literally growing up, I didn't know, well, at least no one told me that there was miscarriages going on. Like I didn't know that was like that high of a possibility. Like
No,
it's
I didn't know
very,
either.
very
I didn't
high.
know either. Then a lot of people, when I shared about my ectopic pregnancy, so many people are going through like infertility right now.
Yeah, and you see so many pregnant women walking around. You see so many women with kids. Obviously, there's over 8 billion people on the planet. So you just assume like, all right, well, just people are fucking, they have kids, and that's just what it is. But no one really talks about how many failed pregnancies there are with all of the successful ones.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it can get like really, really discouraging. Like, I feel like every time I get my period, I was like, ugh. But then right now, since I've had multiple miscarriages, ectopic pregnancy, I tell Khalil all the time, I'm like, even if I see a positive line right there, I can't even get excited over it. I really can't. I'm like, I feel like the only time I will be excited about it is like when I see the heartbeat or when the baby's out.
That's kind of how it felt the last time, like before we found out it was ectopic, like when I came upstairs and you kind of like announced it to me, because at that time, remember, after the miscarriage before that, you were like, okay, well, we're not going to get excited about it.
I know, he was like not excited about it at all.
Well, you said you weren't even going to tell me.
I know. But then the thing is, I got excited and then it was a letdown.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't get excited about it because I know the possibilities now.
Yeah.
And they actually tell you, like, don't start telling people
until you're like in your second trimester.
So that's really like a long time frame.
Especially if you find out at 4 weeks that you're pregnant.
And you gotta like it's a mind fuck to like not be excited about it, not expect disappointment, to kind of put yourself in that mindset of like, all right, well, we got a few more weeks till we know for sure.
Like this is gonna have a heartbeat and stuff. And it's just like you never know.
The shitty thing is now, like, not only do you not know, but you can't, in your current position, get away with like just doing the strips.
Oh, yeah.
The second we see a faint line, you got to go to the hospital, and we got to keep that monitored all the way through to the second trimester.
To monitor my HCG. So that's like doctor's orders. It's ever since I've had an ectopic pregnancy. Right after I find out that I'm pregnant, that like, you know, I'm like a week late or even a couple of days late, I have to, even the slightest vein of line, I need to go to the doctors, get my blood drawn, monitor my HCG levels, make sure it's progressing good, the way they like it to be, and making sure that I'm not going to go through another ectopic, because apparently the likelihood of me having another ectopic pregnancy is higher than usual. So that's just like where we're at.
Yeah, because you only got one tube now. Pregnancy is a fucking scary thing, man. Like,
it really is.
I was talking about it with Kenny the other day. It was like, y'all literally have to put your life on the line. There's so many things that can go wrong during that 10 months. Because he was talking about his buddy on his battalion. his wife had an emergency C-section. But it's just like, there's so many different things that can go wrong during a pregnancy, and everyone always just, like how I used to, thinks it's just like this. It is a beautiful thing. It is an exciting thing. But there is definitely some considerations that have to be taken care of, like when you go through it.
I know, you know what my dad always say, like, this is why you should have like so much respect for your mom or the moms out there, because they're literally, they could have died on that spot giving birth to your ass.
Even giving birth, they can die.
Yeah.